Hi, welcome to a very special Epidose of this guy that eats a lot of meat and can't stop talking about it. Today we're talking about carnivore snacks, and specifically carnivore snacks that are durable and long lasting. So what we have here is we have some liver jerky, we got some pemmican that is fat and kidney. We got some more pemmican that is mostly muscle meat and less fat than the kidney pemmican. Some jerky, some fatty, beefy, muscly jerky. And the one, the only, the coveted carnivore bar. That's right, we got some friends in some high carnivore places. So these snacks right here will totally prepare you for the upcoming apocalypse. Now what I'm going to be doing today is giving you a little tasting or a sample of each of these, just to kind of let you know what to expect and which ones are my personal favorite. So I'm going to start off with the jerky, the liver jerky. So you can see it's a little dark in color. The texture is pretty, like as you can see, it just crumbled right off, because I don't think there's a lot of fat in it. Here we go. It's crunchy. It basically crumbled as soon as I put it in my mouth. The taste, it tastes like liver. I know it's not very descriptive, but it's very strong. It's kind of, it's almost a little hard to describe. I'll be honest, I don't really like the taste of the jerky liver. It's a bit heavy for me, a bit strong. So, it's sour. I think I'd have to say that it's kind of sour. But it's not bad. If you like liver, you'll probably like the liver jerky. Let's clear the palate a bit. Next, let's do a little bit of the kidney pemmican. Now the texture of the pemmican is a lot more smooth. It's like it's almost like a meat smoothie in a way, or maybe just like a meat bar, meat paste. I personally like this. You can really taste the fat and the muscle. Can't really taste the kidney too much. You can taste the salt. It definitely has a lot more smoother flavor compared to the liver jerky. And that is the fattier pemmican. Now, onto the little more heartier, little thicker pemmican. This one has less fat and more muscle meat. So we're going to go ahead and give this a try. I don't know, it kind of crumbled like a bread, honestly. That's kind of the texture would be, if you're missing the texture of a muffin, I would say this little more less fatty pemmican, it has more muscle meat in it, might do the trick. Yeah, it doesn't taste like, but the texture is very similar to a muffin, like a blueberry muffin or something like that. Honestly, not a lot of flavor. I'm starting to get a little bit of that meaty, muscly steak, yummy flavor, but it didn't hit me until like it sat in my mouth for a while. But it tastes really good. I think I really enjoy this. Again, least favorite so far is the jerky liver. All right, up next, look at that. That's beautiful. Big, fatty, meaty, homemade beef jerky. Just muscle meat. As you can see, the texture is a lot tougher than the pemmican. The flavor hits you right away, has a nice beefy texture to it. And remember, with the jerky, it's a little easier to season. So if you're gonna make the jerky, some people add some apple cider vinegar. Some people add like Worcestershire sauce. You know, maybe you could do like a coconut aminos or something if, you know, you don't react. So it might be a way to have a nice, flavorful snack. Some people actually freeze the jerky and they'll just grab it up when they can. I know we're living under the apocalypse, but when people are allowed to fly again, this is a great snack to have on the plane. You know, especially if you're doing an 18-hour, 20-hour flight. You know, not all of us are big on fasting. You know, you might hear in some, you know, carnivore communities, oh, what do you do if, you know, you have a long flight or a business flight? And a lot of their answer is fasting. And you don't have to. If you make some homemade jerky or you have a good friend that can make you up a batch, just grab that on the plane, as far as I know. And there you go, you got a great snack. Now, this is the part you guys have all been waiting for. The one, the only, the coveted carnivore bar. As you can see, this is an authentic carnivore bar. Front and back. You open up, that's the beauty. That's what it looks like all put together. It kind of looks like it honestly looks like a bar. Like it really looks like it could be a bar of candy. And that's kind of the texture too. As you can see, it kind of broke off a little bit. I don't know if you can see that or not, but you know, it is a bit cumbersome to handle. So make sure you got some napkins or a place to wash your hands. So here we go. The carnivore bar is really fatty, so it kind of melts in your mouth as soon as you take a bite of it. It's very soft. I think it's the salt or maybe the muscle parts in it, but it does have like a crunch. Like the way I kind of describe it is almost like a crunch bar, but smoother. And obviously that it doesn't have chocolate because it's purely carnivore. I will be honest, this is my second time having a carnivore bar, and I actually liked it better this time. I think the conditions that I had it last time weren't the best. And so this time I'm actually able to really judge it. The flavor this time, the last time I had it, it tasted very salty, like over salted, but this time it has a perfect amount of salt, fat, and flavor to it. So yeah, I think it's really good. Now that I said like crunch bar, I'm getting like, I think my brain is just associating it with the crunch bar. So now like I'm kind of getting weird chocolatey tones in my mouth, but I think that's just my brain. So it is a mental experience. It is kind of interesting, I will admit. And that concludes our snacks for the apocalypse. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and don't fall down that carb hole.